accessories of our oppression is the media. It is Citizen TV. You start if it's on Citizen TV primetime news. If you see Boniface fucking Mwangi on primetime news, you know that is an agenda. You know that is an infiltration. You are saying Rose Njeri, you don't know her. You didn't even. She's on the front page of the Standard. The Standard has never covered even serious issues, and suddenly even me when I was arrested, never covered me, but she was suddenly in the front page. So this is how you know an agenda. Everyone keeps telling me, oh, Francis, how do you know? It is simple to connect by now. I mean, you're too grown for this shit by now. But immediately by now, you should have known. If you see a message coming from person X, if you see Polo Kemani, if you see Kimuzi, if you see Dr. Branis Munyasia, if you see Aoko, if you see those characters, Mabonga was here just a few minutes ago. I thought he's a very progressive guy. This is not the time to launch your parliamentary campaign bid. We bring the system down, and then you will even have an easier time to vie then, because right now you cannot compete against a system rigged to disenfranchise you, to keep you locked down. Whether you, however good your manifesto is, however polished your language or your gibberish is, you will never win in a rigged system. So what do we do right now? We are targeting institutional and structural reform. And on that note, what I have done, because I've realized that getting the message is almost like you people, Kenyans, you have to read. So I've made a website, francisgaitho.com. If you're online right now, just go francisgaitho.com. It's just that. Go and read. I'm going to be covering these topics. So far, I've done 50 articles within 10 days. I want to be covering 3 articles every day so that we can learn the source of our oppression, so that you can stop feigning ignorance all the time. It is 1 year after now. You want to tell me you don't know that Boniface fucking Mwangi is an infiltrant paid by the government? You want to say that after 1 year of intense civic education, which we have been doing, and we've been telling you, we've been connecting the dots. We tell him, on Boniface Mwangi on June 25th, you were in Nairobi CBD. You told people to leave. The evidence is there. The videos are there. You see, the problem with Kenyans, you're presented with empirical evidence, but you still in denial. You're presented, you're told this, that's why you keep re-electing thugs. And that's why right now you are regurgitating Rigathi Gachagua's bullshit. You're talking about one term. This is the guy whom we had all agreed that since he's been impeached last year in September, we say Kufa Dereva, Kufa Makanga. Now you following him, retweeting him, and laughing at his jokes. I'm seeing even girls on TikTok, they are using that one term. They are saying, if your boyfriend does not send you money, send one time. You don't know what you're joking at. You don't know how serious this is. And let me give you an illustration. Have you noticed that anyone who is getting admitted to hospital is not coming out alive? Ukisikia tu mtu, amengia, you hear this guy Edward Kwach. One time he has been admitted. One time they are raising money. They are trying to look for blood donations. The next time a guy has died. Because of what? This is a systematic collapse of everything in the country. Now you hear the number of road accidents. It's staggering. And you seem to think that it's time for jokes. It's time for saying one time and dancing silly music. You guys do know where we are headed. We are in the pits. A country where they cannot afford exams, and you seem, and I told you, what's with this obsession that when you're presented with facts on the table, you tend to now attack the messenger. Oh, uko na shida. Niko na shida na nini? Why would I be jealous about Boniface Mwangi? There is nothing about him that inspires me. There is no day I've ever woken up and said, I want to live in that shithole area where he's gone to live. You understand? I've never said something like that. So why would I be jealous about him? Look at the facts. The facts is on June 25th, Boniface Mwangi, did you tell people to leave CBD? Is the answer yes or no? If the answer is yes, why did you tell them to leave CBD? Oh, they were leaving because we were considering their safety. Now, did them leaving CBD, was it inversely proportional to their safety? Yes, they were safe. No, they were not safe because the same cops trailed them, got them, and then dumped their bodies in Kware. Those facts. You can never change them. That's the unvarnished truth. So when you are there, you are saying free Rose and Jerry, who you don't even know her. I just tell you, this story is not adding up. We've never seen this chick. We don't know that website they are talking about. Suddenly, all the commercial activists are there. Yeah, you are seeing them there. And let me tell you, and I've been giving you these scoops. You don't follow me. You don't want to subscribe to my website. You don't want to. And now you're in limbo. You're in limbo and you're delaying. And let me tell you one thing to those infiltrators of NIS. Let me tell you one thing. You can only delay. You cannot derail this movement. We are moving with purpose. The rate and the pace of awakening, you cannot withstand it. Let me tell you, you useless pieces of shit. You cannot. Because this is historic. And we are fighting. This is a fight for the freedom, for our forefathers, for the freedom fighters, for the Mau Mau. This is ordained by the blood of the freedom fighters who passed in front of us. This is ordained by God himself. That's why you're seeing everyone who undermined is going through problems here and there. You're seeing them, they are going through problems because this is ordained. Because God cannot stand by and watch his people being oppressed by this bunch of thugs. They are not even more than 100 or 200 or 300. A whole country of 57, 56 million people is being held hostage by a handful of idiots masquerading as politicians. People who are touting and parroting a foreign agenda. You can see for the first time that a U.S. military general can come on Kenyan TV and purport to lecture us as if we are a backwater nation like Iraq, as if they have occupied our country. Who the fuck does he think he is? And then you guys are easily trailed. Now you're being emotionally controlled. You're being gaslit from Washington. That he can speak all the way in Washington about Ibrahim Traore. You immediately, in your infinite stupidity, you suspend everything we have been working on. We have been saying Ruto must go and institutional and structural reform. And then you guys now start talking about Traore. You don't know that here you're being set up. You're being set up. You're trying to fetishize. You're trying to glamorize military leadership. Now, can you imagine giving Kenya? Can you imagine when Ruto falls? Because the Americans already know that Ruto will fall. And that's why they are doing all these stunts so that they can hype up, they can glamorize, they can sanitize military rulership. Can you imagine if the Kenyan civilian economy went into the hands of the bumbling architects of chaos called Kenya Defense Forces? Those guys have never even done anything positive in their lives. So stop being tooled and micromanaged, remote-controlled, gaslit from Washington. We have our own agenda. Let's stick to it. Let's stay focused. Now a bunch of activists, they go to Tanzania. They're pretending to go and fix a neighboring country while they're the ones who are ruining their home country. These are the contradictions you need, because let me tell you, it is these small decisions that you make that are going to determine whether you will be alive or you will be dead. When you're walking home, you know which route to use, because that one has criminals, that one has a flooded road. So you use your mental faculties, the tools at your disposal, to make rational decisions. I don't know why when it comes to politics, you suspend all of that. And then your brain it converts into sewage, into horse manure. Your brain becomes shit. That's why you keep on re-electing the same bastards. You need to stop that. You need to break the generational curse of your parents, because this is why we've been stuck in an endless cycle of poverty. Because when it comes to election, even that Kimilili they were talking about, Mabonga is talking about, one of the people who has been an MP there, Mabonga is already telling you their issues. One of the MPs has been Mukisa Kitui. Mukisa Kitui is now part of the summit, part of the, can we call it the executive committee of this opposition of old guards. And that's why you guys, you even have the audacity to even, the name Matiang'i to leave your mouth. How stupid, how fucked in the head can you be? That the Matiang'i, you've forgotten what he did to us during lockdown and curfew. You've forgotten everything that he did. There are all these newspapers calling him the Lord of Impunity. And now Because you guys, you want thugs with charisma. You want somebody who masquerades as a performer. What did he perform? Can you show me one pit latrine to Matiang'i's name? Can you show me one pit latrine to Gashagua's name? Can you stop fetishizing about these old useless bastards?